Pennsylvania, and the link. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Connecticut Huskies and the Temple Owls. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer will hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Reeder. Makes a man miss. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
To the air on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got him.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him. Too much.
All right, drops are a part of football. It's a part of offense. What's really important for this quarterback now is to come back to the receiver, even after dropping that ball, to show him that you still got confidence in him, and you know it's a long game.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving.
Here we go, ready. Ready, go.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down.
This UConn offense really has it going.
Ready. Where did he go?
Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And that's something you're always worried about. The first drive, it's a good play by the defense, but you're worried about your freshman settling in a tough environment on the road, the crowd going bananas. Palmer, he makes the early mistake, and I look forward to watching this kid. How does he respond to some early adversity?
Yeah, he hasn't played in a lot of environments like this throughout his career, there's no question. So this is obviously a major challenge. If I'm the head coach now, I'm pulling him aside and I'm saying, hey, listen, interceptions are going to happen. Let's get that one out of the way now. Let's learn from it. Let's move forward. But as a play caller, you got to help this young quarterback out. Now you have to run the ball. You got to find him some easy completions to get his confidence back. And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker, and he's able to win up front. He sees the gap. He's able to beat his block and get to the QB.
The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And the Owls have it in scoring position on first and goal. Finds his big tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown Owls. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the hands because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Gets the back moving. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's second and 12. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Got it set up on the outside. Turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The run inside. It's Reeder. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Osborne. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, UConn! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Yeah, and a nice job quickly getting the ball out. These bubble screens got to come out fast and got to come out to your playmakers who you can throw it to. Trust them to make the right read, get the ball upfield, and get in the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem. He marched 78 yards down the field, and the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike.
Set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Wants to fire on second down. Throwing right. Finds his man. It's Chase. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And here's a good lesson for a lot of young receivers out there watching this game. You got to create separation against man-to-man coverage. You got to run away from the defender and come back to the football. That's what that receiver did on that play.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Bermudez. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Chase. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
The UConn offense goes back to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. To the air, it's Osborne. Makes the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. UConn quick to the line. They'll try to get it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Pulls it in. It's Reeder. Snowed under by the defense. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The Huskies will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Man, those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Running inside, it's Smith. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Showing the arm strength down the left side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, you know, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense, seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He uncorks one deep. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They booted away on 4th down. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Connecticut offense ready to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had...
Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hardy. Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Bermudez. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be changing the route. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Osborne. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway and now they're in business.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Temple takes over and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. unloads to the wideout and wings it incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback making checks. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Got his man.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you've got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Off the RPO, full right, looking for the chains. Bust through behind his pad. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They want to dance their way in on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Temple!
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a two-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And the extra point is good. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, it's Osborne. He'll pull it down. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Fighting Irish in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
The Temple offense heads out to start this drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Here he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
I feel like it's hard to forget to cover the big fella, the tight end, the man over the middle of the field most of the time. He comes wide open. I don't know if it was a busted coverage or whatever, but he makes the big play for this offense, and the defense better take note. We got to cover the tight end.
The give on the counter. Got enough for the first. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football on the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back, making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on 1st and goal.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Owls! And that one will give them the lead.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point splits the upright. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. UConn going back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The run inside. It's Reeder. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. UConn quick to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Dropping back, it's Osborne. Catch in the middle, it's Burton. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire. Buried before he could blink.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll try to do it himself. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Huskies are marching down the field.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the 1st down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that 1st.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. 3rd and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he got it oh so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. UConn tries to move the chains on 4th down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Great job by the defense there on 4th down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push. There was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
The offense changing the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Clark.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They want to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Linebackers have tough jobs, right? Their first responsibility is to stuff the run, but you could see he does a really good job seeing pass, getting back into his cover 2 drop, breaking on the football, and making the interception.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Running inside, it's Reeder. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to pass, it's Osborne. They've got the screen set up. Nice move there. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. The Huskies want to crank the tempo. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Reeder. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. And after that stop by the defense, a productive drive here. A couple of 1st downs, maybe a score. Snags it, and he's open. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. He goes right back to the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give is to Smith. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. Big play to start the drive. A little tougher sense. Now a crucial 3rd down on this drive. Making side adjustments here. He'll run it again. Makes it past the marker. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They want to run it left here. They've got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Owls! That should move them closer to this elusive 2nd win of the year as they build this 4th quarter lead.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
At the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The run inside. It's Christian. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Huskies want to move quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Off play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Osborne. Snagged out of the air. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Right down the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
It was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Rushes on him, and he never had a chance.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with him.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Finds some time. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Osborne. Under fire. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Huskies. The Huskies back on top.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
Yeah, it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over.
They'll ride the hot hand. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
And the Owls will snap it on 1st and 10. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.